கௌசல்யா வரலையே, இது வந்துட்டாங்க. सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। So time out there, no bhajan still. Already 7. So we'll start doing it. First chapter, 29 mantras. Second chapter, 20 mantras gone. 21st mantra only, he says, what is that which is beyond duality and all that. 29 plus 20, 49 mantras gone. This boy himself asked questions twice. He simply says, Om and keeps quiet. What you asked is, Om and keeps quiet. And then he gives a description, anirudesham and all that. But then we have to internalize that. Therefore, after that, whole of Kathopanishad is nothing but meditations. Nothing but meditations. There he said, there he said, Om, when he said, he meant a combination of the apparent and the real. Even otherwise, that's the subject matter of Vedanta. How do you connect the apparent, the so-called unreal, with the real? How do you identify the real, the subject, in and through the apparent, the object? That's all Vedanta. How do you identify? The way to identify that is the rest of the Kathopanishad. So first he has to make it clear of these two entities, the ego and the substratum. The ego and the substratum. He has to make it clear. What is that which is apparent? What is that which is real? The ego is apparent. In fact, when you inquire, even ordinarily, don't have to go into depths. It doesn't sound logical that there is an ego at all. Because there are only two things in the world. Existence, consciousness, which is eternal, and names and forms, or the elements. All of us are a combination of that. Elements have no life. This consciousness can never become ego. Elements because there is no sentiency, they cannot become ego. Consciousness cannot become ego. What is this ego? With that which doesn't exist at all. It's a pure imagination. It's a pure imagination. Ramana Bhagavan calls it Pishacha. You start inquiring, it runs off. It's true even in normal Pishachas, because I had experience in the families. The moment somebody starts inquiring, some third person comes, that runs off. Right? So this ego doesn't exist at all, but it happens. How does it happen? How does it happen? Does your dream world exist? Dream characters, including you. Real subject is different. Dream subject is different. Dream object is different. You, the real subject is different. In dream, there is another you there. That's a dream subject, dream object, dream world. So there is a dream ego other than this real ego. Does it exist? How does it come? When I am sleeping, my thoughts parade before me. Because of my presence, they become sentient. They become sentient in my presence. And when they become sentient, they think they are real. These dream characters, they think they are real. Even that is not a problem. But they completely lose sight of this real subject. Therefore, first it starts enamoring with their own. Hey, hey, hey. They are enamored with their form and body. Then they see, girlfriend, boyfriend, right? All that. Get enamored. Then starts samsara. Why? Because the dream characters think there is some sara in that. Right? So that's the dream world. If you have understood dream world, there is no ego there. That ego itself is a myth. The ego in the dream world is a myth. I am prepared to wait if there is difficulty for you to understand. But you understand this because you have to understand that the ego itself is a myth. How do you understand? Many difficult things are understood only by two examples. Dream and ocean. Dream and ocean. In the dream, there is an ego. Is it real? You may say, no, why it is not real? You should ask me. If it is real, after I get up also, it should be there. Because the definition of real in spirituality is that which is there in the past, present, and future is called real. That which is not there in the past will not be there in the future. If it is there in the middle, it's apparent. That's called mithya maya. That's called mithya maya mind. So the dream, subject, object, ego, all are mithya maya. When you say mithya or maya, it doesn't mean it's unreal. It's unreal. Unreal was never there. Real was always there. In between, what is this mithya maya? In its period, it appears to be real. Swakale satyavat bhati atmabodh. Swakale, in its own period, satyavat, like reality, bhati, shines. That's called mithya. Why? How can it happen? Neither real nor unreal. Swakale, how? Because the mithya or maya cannot happen without the real subject sleeping. So it's a combination of the real and the unreal forms. Therefore, it appears to be real because of this Right? But it's not real because that has no existence, so it's only your thoughts. But Atmavod, Atmanastu Satchi Amshascha Buddhehe Vrittihi iti dvayam. Atmanahu Atmanaha Satchit Amshaha. My own Satchit. Buddhehe Vrittihi, these thoughts. Together, joining, there comes an ego. Janami iti pravartate. I know, I do. I am the enjoyer. Janami. The ego is born out of the two combinations of the real, which can never become unreal, of the unreal, which has no existence at all. Therefore, it's a myth. What is that formula to recognize that? Asat bhana matram. Unreal but experienced. Dream is asat, but bhana matram. Asat bhana matram. That's definition for Maya. That's definition for myth, because they are not different. Maya, myth, mind, all same synonyms. Maya, myth, mind, all same. All start with yam. There is nobody here with yam, thank God. Murli, our varla, our pati peso. Our irkara. Right? So therefore, you have to understand what is it that is real of you. Mark my word. I didn't say in you. Because there is no you and there is something inside it. There is no you, there is something inside it. Though for understanding, out of compassion, Shastras and Gurus say that which is inside you. That's for us to understand. But in truth, there is no inside, there is no outside. Na anta pragnaha, na bahi pragnaha, na cha ubhayata pragnaha. Right? There is no inside, outside. Therefore, I said, what is that which is real of you? What is that which is not real of you? You have to understand. And we said that the unreal is the real reflecting on the names and forms, get animated. Therefore, this is real. Reflection is chaya. Reflection is chaya. Right? Please, fundamentals, completely important. The understanding of these, what I am talking, is the end of experience and knowledge. Therefore, do not nod your heads if you have not understood. I am willing to do it my best, because I cannot see the antaryamis. At least I see you here. Right? So therefore, that which does not change in the three periods of time, that which illumined the waking, dream, and deep sleep, that which ran through them, that which was before them, that which outlives them, that is the real me, the consciousness, the existence. The names and forms are pure imaginary. Whatever I do, whenever I do, this is the same topic will be repeated tomorrow. It's your fate. What am I to do? Can I change truth? Right? So there is a real you, there is an unreal you, and there is Gurudev's words, unholy wedding. Because it's not there. It is not there. It's not there. But yet it's experienced. Yet it is experienced. You can't fight with anybody because that's your dream state. It's not there. You have experienced it. Why? There is a you that is light. There is a The dream character, that is the shadow, the ego. Light reflected, Ilya. That means shadow. The light and the shadow. Understand this. Very, very important. Next shloka is that. And whole chapter is that. And then Mundakopanishad, this is the primary thing. You see Mundakopanishad, Chinmaya Mission book, they will put on a stem 2 birds. This is that, the 2 birds. One the real, the other the pseudo. Don't even call it unreal. Pseudo. How it came, where it came, even God is struggling to understand. God says, I don't know how it came, where it came, because I am not that. And there is nothing other than me. I am not that. There is nothing other than me. How it came, I don't know. God is struggling. Right? This beats logic, but experienced. Beats logic, experience. You can't dismiss what you experience. Logic is not the final authority. Logic is not the final authority. Experience is the final authority. Right? So, it's above logic. That's why spirituality cannot be understood through logic. A lot of people say it's very scientific. Gita is scientific. They think they are praising Gita. They are limiting Gita. They are limiting Gita. Because if it is scientific, it's to be logical, a product of time and space. Gita is above time and space. Gita is above time and space. So it's not scientific. It's not scientific. It's above science. Science is also part of it. Science is also part of it. So that which transcends the so-called real and the so-called myth, the so-called real, because it's again a concept till you experience. The so-called myth is the real. When you experience, you keep quiet. Mauna vyakya prakatita para brahma tattvam yuvanam vashishtante vasadrushiganaihi avrutam brahmanistaihi. You keep quiet. Mauna vyakya. You see, a lot of our friends, they experience this. 2 days back, one innocent man from Dubai, where the head of Chinmaya Mission have stayed and gave lectures, Swarupanandi, Chinmaya Mission worldwide. Such a man says, my son's birthday, all of you bless. Nobody responds to that. Can't imagine that. Mauna Vyak. You did. Mauna Vyakya. Because they say that is Brahman. We are all in that state. Somebody asked for his child, we need all your blessings. What prevents you from saying, God bless him? That also? No response. So all Dakshinamurtis. Right? So this is all you have to understand. There are 2 things in you, one real, one pseudo. Don't even call it unreal. Pseudo. The moment you know the pseudo, it disappears. The moment you know the pseudo, it disappears. You can't know the pseudo, know the real, then there is no pseudo. You can't be in the waking and dream and deep sleep at the same time. You can't be at the waking, dream and deep sleep at the same time. So the moment you wake up to that reality, there is no dream, there is no pseudo. There is no pseudo. Therefore, Shastra says, avidya conceals this real, and there is a projection of what is not there. There is a projection of what is not there. Avidya has two dimensions. Avarana, concealing. Vikshepa, projection. You can't dream without going to sleep. Avarana. Vikshepa, projecting the names and forms. What do you do to get rid of this sorrow? What do you do? If I have 50 crores, my sorrows will end. Right? Right now, I have only sorrow because I lack some money. When I get 50 crores, my sorrow multiplies 50 times. Right? If I get money, if I had only got married, right, I would have been happy. Ask all the married people. All of them told me personally, sir, you did the right thing, sir. They won't say in public. Personally, all of them said, sir, you did the right thing, sir. Right? Married. Children. Honor. There is no other enemy to you other than honor. Because the man who is not honored has nothing to lose. You have been made Chinmaya Mission president. In next year, they change the president. You feel you are left out. Right? Even otherwise, you were made the president. Somebody in the mission, you ask something. Somebody in the mission is in a wrong mood. Sir, idu kuda theriyama eppadi sir neenga president aaytinga? Inna ellarum ariyom solra appdin ketta, idu kuda sollam theriyama eppadi sir Chinmaya Mission president aaytinga? Ena avaru pusa periya aalu pottanga president ah? Avaru ariyom enna nu theriyala. Porma. There is one man in the mission. Continuously சொல்லிட்டே இருக்காரு. அவர் என்ன கேட்டாரு, உனக்கு அறிவு இருக்கான்னு. அவர் மறக்கவே இல்லை அதை. எல்லார்கிட்டையும் சொல்லிட்டு இருக்காரு. அவரு கேட்டது இவரை. அதோட விட்டுட்டு இருக்கலாம் இல்ல, இவர் எல்லார்கிட்டையும் போய் சொல்றாரு. உனக்கு அறிவு இருக்கான்னு கேட்டார். These are all your enemies. Whom you think you were friends? Money, power, recognition, family, all your enemies. Are they so? No. They are not. Then why are you telling? They are beautiful. You are keeping a wrong connection. They are beautiful. You are keeping a wrong connection. Electricity is beautiful. Without that, you won't have the Zoom. Without that, you don't have the fan, AC, lights. But you become too attached and put your finger to directly experience. To directly experience. There is no, it's nirvikalpa samadhi. There is no experienced experiencing. Pure nirvikalpa samadhi. It's our unintelligent relationship. It's our unintelligent relationship. World is not, there is nothing wrong in the world. Everything is beautiful because it's all God's expressions. Everything is beautiful. Pain is beautiful. Dishonor is beautiful. You come to that state and experience, then you will enjoy it. Dishonor is beautiful because you are enjoying, because you have no value for it. You are enjoying, you have no value for it. Everything is beautiful. Your unintelligent relationship causes all sorrow. Therefore, you have to detach from the apparent to the real so that you know it is apparent and start enjoying. Once you know it's apparent, you have no complaints. You start enjoying. Right? There was one Rajaram. Gurudev met him. He said, inside be Rama, outside be Raja. play the drama. Right? Inside be Rama, outside be Raja. That's the drama. D Rama, Dasaratha Rama, drama. Okay. See, there's nothing more than what I have told you in the last 15-20 minutes, which will I repeat tomorrow. And if you have not got that experience during this, neither the Upanishad is wrong, nor am I wrong, nor is it difficult. You do not want that now, because you enjoy masala vadai. I also enjoy. But I don't get lost in that. Huh? Your mind is not available. Otherwise, this experience doesn't take more than few minutes. As I say, you should experience. Because what is so difficult in you to know, the knower, that who knows what you know, that who knows what you don't know. What is so difficult? It knows what you know. It knows what you don't know. What is it common in both? Then what do you do? Enjoy the drama. When it is too much, turn inside. Tapovan Maharaj's example. Taking bath in Ganges, half in cold water, half exposed to sun. Enjoy both. When it is too much, have a dip. Have a dip. Without this secret, if we had lived, without this secret, which can be known in 15 minutes for a very slow person. Otherwise, first 3 minutes is enough. I had experience, several people, right? First 3 minutes is enough. Kavita's daughter herself, it was not even a class. For getting people to the class, she called all her kitty friends. And that day I had to talk. At the end of it, half an hour or something, Kavita's daughter simply said and walked off. Till today, she doesn't forget it. Therefore, it's all the mind. Manisha, who is here now, she simply said, it's all in the mind, and walked off. Why? She focused. That is Bhagavatam. Out of the 300 people who listen, only Dundukari gets moksha, others don't, because Dundukari's need was there. He focused. Others were seeing neighbors. What phone he is having? Right? This is a very strange thing. Everybody thinks others have the best instrument. I have seen people with the best instrument also problem. They also have problems. God is experiencing that. The best instruments human beings he created. He is having problems. Right? So this is light, that is shadow, number one. Number two, if there is a shadow, there has to be a light. If there is light, there need not be a shadow. If there is a light, there has to be shadow. If there is light, if there is a shadow, there has to be light. If there is light, there need not be a shadow. Right? Swatantra, Paratantra. Swatantra, Paratantra. Right? So how does anybody say Vedanta is difficult? I'm not able to understand. Well, how you can't understand this? You have to be extraordinary genius not to understand this. Really, it beats me How anybody cannot understand this? Not understand, experience. How do you not experience that? So he gives this principle of light and sound, this thing, and gives the technique through the Radakalpa. That is the next chapter. Gives the entire technique of turning your focus from OET to Om through the intellect. From OET to Om through the intellect. That's the chariot example. So for that to understand, he has to first make us understand what is light, what is shadow, what is real, what is ego, what is Atman, what is ego. So now let us start. I finish it in 10 minutes, don't worry. This whole third chapter. Because I said all that has to be said there. Rutam pibantau sugutasya loke guham pravistau parame pararthe chaya tapo brahmavido vadanti panchagnayo yecha tri nachiketaha. Rutam, fruits. Rutam, how fruits? Rutam vadishyami, satyam vadishyami. Rutam is supposed to be the father of satyam. Rutam is supposed to be father of satyam. So it's even greater than satyam. How it becomes fruits? Because Rutam is the law. Rutam is the law that brings the fruits of your action. Right? You have experienced Atman. I have talked to you. I need not experience. Gurudev's beautiful example. Go to a travel agent. Come to India first time. Ask him what all places to see. Sir, Badri, Kedar, Chardham. Why you go there, sir, you get moksha. A lot of people went, they got moksha. The travel agent never got it. They got it. They went. Travel agent, poor fellow, never went. So that's what we teach us. Right? So that's a law. That's a law. That law is called Rutam. Rutam pibantau. Pibantau. Drink. Two. But it contradicts in Mundakopanishad. One doesn't drink. Avichakashiti. He only sees. Da Suparna Saija Sakhai. One only sees. One only takes. But Pibantau, two. Beautiful. Shankara's commentary says when, there are 5 or 6 umbrella people going, one man is going there in them. So somebody asked, where is Mr. Ramaswamy? You know those umbrella people. He is there in them. 5 have umbrellas, but one man is not having umbrellas, but all are clubbed together and said, those umbrella people. Similarly, in the flow of thought, he says, Rutam pibantau. Rutam pibantau. Sukrutasya loki. Of this wonderful world of good deeds. Guham pravistau parame pararthe. Both of them are even in our own guha, cave. What is cave? Thoughts. Cave is the thoughts, intellect. Both are experienced there. Atman also, plus this ego also, are experienced at the level of the pure thoughts. That's called guha. Guham pravistau parame pararthe. Parame, supreme. Right? Pararthe, abode of Brahman. Right? your heart, your pure intellect, your heart, your pure intellect is where experienced this consciousness. Parame pararte. How they are there both? Chaya tapau, like the light and shadow. Brahma vido vadanti. The humility of the master who has experienced. Otherwise, you should not talk. Because what did Nachiketa say? Ettat pashyasi tatvada. நீ பார்த்தியே அதை சொல்லு. நீ பார்க்காத எப்படி நீ சொல்ற? அதனால இவர் பார்த்ததுதான் சொல்றாரு. ஆனா அதனுடைய ஹியூமிலிட்டி பிரம்ம விதோ வதந்தி. பிரம்மன் தெரிஞ்சவங்க எல்லாம் இப்படிதான் பேசுறாங்க. பஞ்சாக்னயோ, not only the Brahma Vidas, Panchagnayo Grihasthas, who maintain the 5 Agnis. 5 fires. What are the 5 fires? Grihasthas maintain. Your senses is there, that's it, that's different. But Grihasthas is various yajnas. Bhuta yajna, Pitru yajna, Deva yajna, Manushya yajna, all those yajnas. Because yajna is fire. Panchagnayo, Brahma vido, Panchagnayo, Yecha Trinachiketaha. Not only Grihasthas, beauty is beauty, this Shastra. 3 at a time he brought. Jnanis, he brought Brahma Vida. Jnanis, he brought Brahma. Grihasthas, he brought Panchagni. Then in between the people who do ritual for Brahmaloka, Nachiketa Agni. Nachiketa Agni. All the 3 believe in this. There is a Chaya, there is a Tapa. There is a Chaya, there is a Tapa. Right? So that is the basis of the entire Radhakalpa. What is Radhakalpa? The body in which these 2 stay. The body in which there is these 2 stay. Who? Atman and Jiva. Atman and Jiva. Body is the chariot. Atman is Krishna. Don't worry about it. Okay. Atman is not even Krishna actually. Because Krishna is the intellect. Right? For the time being, let us take it as Krishna. And ego is Arjuna. Ego is Arjuna. Jiva. And the senses are the horses. Rain is the mind. Intellect is the charioteer. Right? How does this help? Information. If you receive it as information, it doesn't help. If you travel with the verse, with the person who is talking, travel, he leads you from the senses to the mind, to the intellect, to the consciousness. To the intellect, to the consciousness. He leads you to the consciousness. If you travel with him, you will experience. Otherwise, it's just an information, additional unwanted load. What did it say? It says, senses are the horses. Horses can never function without the mind going through them. Mind doesn't flow through the eyes, you cannot see. Man in sleep, man in coma, cannot see. Mind has to go through them. Senses are only holes. Senses are only holes without the mind going. So mind is connected to the senses. Allow the mind to go on all different directions. Guaranteed 14-kilometer dragging and find the end. Because it goes as it likes. It goes as it likes, no control. So you don't have control over the senses. The mind you leave, it will go. So the charioteer has to hold them firm. Which charioteer can hold it firm? The charioteer who has no confusions. Intellect who has no confusion. Who will not have confusions? He who saw the truth. Yogeshwara Krishna. Yogeshwara Krishna. He sees the truth. That charioteer, when he holds the reins, the horses have to reach the destination and take the jiva to the destination. Right? So that is the this thing here. So I'll finish explain that, and then I need 3 minutes to finish the verses. Right? Because when I do the verses, what happens is you are stuck with the words. Right? So better understand it, and then we can do the words. So horses, senses are the outside. Seen. Outside, seen, therefore called gross. Can I see what is inside your room? Who brought what? Though my mind is going there. Can I see? No. Senses are limited here. My mind, last 30 minutes is thinking, what did Kausalya bring? Right? My mind is only thinking of that. Mind goes. Senses cannot go. Senses seen. Mind not seen. Please listen as I am talking. You cannot get this type of explanation simply. It's Guru who is talking through me. That God is talking through me. Because it is nothing planned. Not planned. In fact, if tomorrow also he talks this, though I've been writing for 40 days, same thing 20 times. But it has not turned out as good as today. I do not know tomorrow whether it will come. He only knows. He only knows. So he is doing it so beautifully. If you miss this opportunity, so several aspects when you talk gross and subtle. I have never done this before like this. I have heard. I have read Gurudev's book. I have heard Guruji also talking. Even then, I have understood at the surface level. Right now, I see it clearly. What is the difference between gross and subtle? One is said to be outer, one is said to be inner. Why it is inner? Why it is outer? Senses are outer because you see the holes. Mind is inner because you don't see it. Outer, gross. Inner, subtle. What is gross and what is subtle? Gross, that which occupies limited space like ice. Subtle, that which occupies more space like water or vapor. So gross and subtle. Gross means outer. Subtle means inside. Gross means lesser power, lesser area. Subtle means more power, more area. Right? So senses are gross. Mind is subtle, more area. It's not seen by you. Only when you show your anger, I say he is in an angry mood. Right? That many people have done to me privately. They've been very decent not to do it publicly. Right? Mind you can't see. That also you can see in expression, anger or anything. What you are thinking inside, even God doesn't know. Because you are saying, oh, I love you. But behind it, this rascal. And who is supporting all this? This rascal, I love you, hugging. All this who is supporting? that parame pararthe, that Bhagavan is supporting right intellect, wrong intellect, right mind, wrong mind, right horses, wrong horses, all supported by Bhagavan. Why does he do it? Has he a choice? Electricity? You plug in heater, it will give you heat. You plug in light, it will give you light. You plug in AC, it will give you cool breeze. Electricity has no choice. What you plug in, it will help give. Bhagavan has no choice because he's all pervading. Where can he escape? Electricity is throughout these lines. Whatever you plug, it will give. Where can it escape? Bhagavan is all pervading. Where he will escape? You plug senses, he will reflect. Good senses, bad senses, he will reflect. 0 watt, 50 watt, he does. Right? He has no choice. Bhagavan is not active in me. You have to, yeah. Huh? Sakshi Bhava. That is the whole topic coming up. See, she is much ahead of us. She has got the whole thing. Right? Much ahead of us. Because she is practicing everyday Sakshi Bhava with Satish. Right? So Bhagavan is supporting all activities. The body, the good mind, the bad mind, the good intellect, the bad intellect, and the senses. Right? Mind is going on changing. There is nothing as a permanent mind. There is nothing as a permanent intellect. Senses. Why did I have a problem with my ears? I say hear, but I can't hear myself. Why? Because it's also subject to decay, disease. Senses, mind, intellect. Bhagavan never. So that which never changes, that which supports all activities, that which never changes, that which supports all activities is the subtlest. Is the subtlest. Most inside. Why inside? It's everywhere. Pervasiveness. Gross, limited. Water, more. Vapor, even more. Gross and subtle are decided by pervasiveness. And Bhagavan is all pervading. Therefore, subtler than the subtlest. Anoho, aniyan, mahato, mahiyan. Swamiji, நாளைக்கு இப்படி பேசணும் சுவாமிஜி போறோம். அவர் சொல்றார், முட்டாள், நாளைக்கு இப்படிதான் பேசணுமா? இதோட பேசக்கூடாது நல்லா? எனக்கு என்ன போச்சு? எதை பண்ணாலும் அந்த கடவுள் தான் பண்றாரு. எனக்கு என்ன போச்சு? இது என்ன எனக்கு என்ன போச்சுன்னா, நான் எங்க இருக்க முதல்ல அவர் தான் எல்லாம். நான் இருந்தா தானே. Right? So now he is taking the chariot example, having given us the principles. என்னம்மா டைம்? குட் டைமா பேட் டைமா? எவ்வளவு இருக்கு டைம்? ஆயிடுதா? 7:50. 10 minutes முடிச்சுடுவேன் சாப்டர். யஹ சேதுஹு ஈஜானானாம் அக்ஷரம் பிரம்ம யத் பரம் அபயம் திதீர்ஷதாம் பாரம் நாச்சிகேதம் ஷகேமஹே. And for this knowledge, since everybody is not available to grasp it instantly as it is said, they have to train the mind intellect. That process is called Vipassana. That process is called rituals. That is called Nachiketa Agni. So therefore, this Nachiketa Agni is a bridge through which you can reach that state. Atmanam radhanam viddhi. Atma is here the ego. Atma is the ego, Lord of the chariot. Shariram radhamevatu. Body is the chariot. Buddhim tu saradim viddhi. Intellect is the charioteer. Manaha pragrahamevacha. The reins are the mind. Indriyani hayani ahuhu. Indriyas are the horses. Vishayeshu gocharan. Where does this chariot travel? In the sense objects. In the sense objects. Gocharan. Go, senses. Charan, moving. So the Vishayas are where the senses move. It's called Vishaya because it binds you. Visinoti iti Vishayaha. It binds you. Right? Gocharan Atmendriya Manoyuktam Bhokte Ahuhu Manishina. This why is called he is called an enjoyer with the body, mind, and intellect. That is the one who identifies with the body, with the mind, with the intellect, right? With the senses. He is called the Mr. Ego. Doer and enjoyer. Doer and enjoyer. Kartrutva, bhoktrutva, bhavana. Remove these two in you. For one, till next class 17th we meet. You just practice it. Wherever there is a kartrutva bhavana, bhoktrutva bhavana comes, be conscious, drop it. I don't know what will happen. You practiced it 17 and please come and give me feedback. Because all your samsara, all your ego is only these two things, kartrutva bhavana, bhoktrutva bhavana. I did so much, nobody recognized me. I did so much, nobody recognized. That Bhagavatam talks what all we did. Not a one word is mentioned about us. Why? That man doesn't feel you are separate from him, so he forgot. Yeah? So, these two things are the main aspects of ego, doership and enjoyership. Yastu indriyavan bhavati ayuktena manasasada tasya indriyani avashyani drushtashva yavasaradehe. One who is associated with the senses without understanding. Avid, right? Avignanavan. Avignanavan. Vignanavan, limited letters. Avignanavan, one letter more. Right? Because Vignanavan, you cannot see. Avignanavan, you can clearly see. Yastu Avignanavan, one who is unintelligent, ayuktena, not integrated mind intellect. That is, mind goes in one direction, intellect goes in another direction. Manasa sada, tasya indriyani avashyani dustashva yavasaradehi. One whose mind and intellect not integrated means intellect is not able to hold the reins properly. The horses run amok. Right? If the intellect doesn't control the mind, the senses run amok. Therefore, he is avignanavan, unintegrated one. And all knowledge is learnt only in contrast. What is the other fellow? Yes, to Vijnanavan, one who knows the truth. Yuktena manasa sadha, integrated with the mind. Mind intellect integrated means mind coming under the control of the intellect. Tasya indriyani vashyani, his senses are vashyani, control. They go where this man wants to go. The other fellow He goes where the Indriyas want to go. Gurudev's lovely example. To say, I want to smoke is not your freedom. When you feel like you want to smoke, to say no, that's your freedom. That's your freedom. Mind says smoke. It says no, that's your freedom. When mind says smoke, you run after it, freedom. Yastu indriyani vashyani sada, like good horses. Sadashva yavasaratehi. Yastu Vijnanavan bhavati amanaskaha. Yastu avignanavan bhavati amanaskaha sada ashuchihi sachatat padamapnoti. Sorry. Yastu Vijnanavan bhavati amanaskaha. No. Give me 1 minute. I'm making a mistake somewhere. But give me 1 minute. Yastu avignanavan bhavati amanaskaha sada ashuchihi na satad. I missed that na. That's why I had the problem. Yastu avignanavan bhavati. One who is unintelligent. Amanaskaha, mind not under control. Ashuchihi, full of impure vasanas. Shuchi, ashuchi, all the time in Vedanta is vasana. Right? Nata tat padamapnoti. He will not reach his goal. He will not reach his goal. Samsaram chadigachati. He falls into this cycle of change. Cycle of change. Right? Yastu vijnanavan bhavati. Whoever he is, if he has the mind under his control, yastu vijnanavan bhavati samanaskaha sada shuchihi. Pure vasanas. Satu tadam tat padam apnoti. He reaches that goal. Sanskrit, there's beauty. When it says tat padam apnoti, it's not merely he reaches that goal. That padam is tat. Tatvamasi. That padam itself is tat. Yes, yasyad bhuyo najay. Because of that, he'll never again come back as the stupid fellow. He may come back. That's his choice. Kartum shakyaha, akartum shakyaha, annida. But he's not stupid. Right? What do you do if I cannot get rid of my vasanas? I simply say, this is the shortest cut. I told yesterday also somebody, don't struggle. Just understand this is real. Other is not real. Just understand, make it your experience. After that, you take any number of births, this knowledge won't go. With this knowledge, other things don't matter at all. Simplest, do not worry about Jivan Mukti, Krama Mukti and all that. Once you get this knowledge, this is me, that's not me, this is real, this knowledge cannot go. After that, what birth, any number of births is not your problem. Other things are, you don't understand what is moksha, what is mukti, what is jiva, you don't know. This you can understand. And also you can understand, knowledge once got, it won't go. You got this knowledge, it won't go. And with this knowledge, what difference does it make? It cannot be simpler than this. Vijnana sarathe yastu manah pragravan naraha. Saradi is the Vijnana, reins are the mind. So advanaha paramapnoti. That man reaches that Param Supreme through his journey. Tad Vishnoho Param Padam. What is that Padam? Vishnoho Paramam Padam. That is the all-pervading status. Vishnu, all-pervading. The word meaning is all-pervading status. Indriyebhyah parahyartha, ardebhyascha param manaha, manasastu parabuddhihi, buddhehe atma mahan paraha. Paraha, supreme. Supreme, internal. Internal, subtle. Subtle, more pervasive. Right? Those antaryamis who could not grasp this Please listen it again and again. Can't help it. We told everybody, this class you have to be physically present. Right? Indriyebhya param manaha parahi arthaha. Sense objects are more subtler than senses. Here is a shock. Whenever you have to understand something subtle, the Shrutis give a shock. Here, what is the shock? Beyond the senses are the sense objects. Sense objects are outside and they are grass. Senses are better, but beyond. Why? Because there are no sense objects, senses would have not been there at all. Senses are given to you because there are sense objects. Right? There is some sense, in that. Yeah. Beyond the sense object, senses are the sense object. Beyond these objects is the mind. Beyond the mind is the intellect. And beyond the intellect is the great self. Is the great self. Because I see my intellect dull, bright. I see my mind agitated, calm. I see my senses. I'm able to hear properly. It's not my mistake alone. Yesterday I traveled with Sandhya. 1¼ hour up, every syllable I heard. Why? She has mastered the art of speaking to me. Every syllable I heard. Because she has known my problem. And she has now adjusted herself to talk to me. Mahataha param avyaktat avyaktat purusha paraha purushanna parim kinchit sa kasta sa paragatihi. So this great self there was the Hiranyagarbha. Beyond the intellect, great self is the Hiranyagarbha. Is giving, actually, 3rd chapter, Gita. He says Saha, Atman. There's nothing wrong in that. But he's giving you more details. If you take that as the Atman, nothing wrong. Because between Hiranyagarbha, Virat and Atman, there is no difference. So Saha, 3rd chapter finishes with that, with Saha. There's nothing wrong. But here he is giving more details. So you have to, with reference to what he is giving, that Mahan Atma is the Hiranyagarbha. But Mahata Paramabhyaktat, beyond him is the Prakriti, Parkadal. Right? Parkadal, Prakriti. All names and forms are there in it. All names and forms are there in it. That's called Mula Prakriti. That's called Mula Prakriti. Why? All of us have Prakriti, right? But this Prakriti has a root there. Therefore, that's called Mula, root Prakriti. Right? Mahadaha Paramabhyaktat Avyaktat Purusha Paraha. Then this Mula Prakriti is that Supreme Purusha. All are Purusha. That is Kshara Purusha, Akshara Purusha, and then Purushottama. Purusha na param kinchit. Beyond that Purusha, there is nothing beyond him. Sa kastha. That is the ultimate kasta. That's why Sudgadu is called kastam. Because that's the ultimate place where you can go. I want to, after going there, I would like to go tomorrow to mission office. You cannot go. Sa kastha, sa paragatihi. That's the ultimate goal. Yesha sarveshu bhuteshu gudatma na prakashate drishyate tu agraya buddhya shukmaya shukmadar. This is there in all. Sarveshu bhuteshu guda atma is there concealed in you, behind all your thoughts. But it's not seen by gross people whose mind is always, now my mind went out. See, now today is ODI between Sri Lanka and India. Right? And then what? I cannot now relate to the Kathopanishad. Right? Drishyate tu agraya, only one whose mind intellect is sharp, integrated. Such a person alone can see in buddhya, sukmaya, sukmadarshibi, one whose mind intellect is subtle. It doesn't see only masal vadai. It sees lot of subtle things. Right? How the masala vadai is made, clean or not clean. The person who gave with love or without love. Sukmaya, sukmadarshibi. Right? Yama? என்ன சொல்ற? கீரை வடையா நாளைக்கு? சரி சரி, அங்க எக்ஸாம்பிள் அதான் வரும். எச்சேத் வாங் மனசி பிராக்ஞः தத் எச்சேத் ஞான ஆத்மனி ஞானம் ஆத்மனி மகதி நியச்சேத் தத் எச்சாந்தாத்மனி. Now he says, I have told you what is from outside to inside. Senses, mind, intellect, Hiranyagarbha, no. Same process follow. Withdraw the mind from the senses. Withdraw the mind from the senses. Fold the mind into the intellect. Fold all of them into that total mind intellect, then avyakta, then supreme. That's meditation. That is meditation. Fold back. Where does it start? Bringing the mind back from the senses. That's all. Once you do that, rest happens. You don't worry about the logic. How mind should be done to the intellect, intellect to the mahat, avyakta, purusha. You don't worry. Just withdraw the mind from that. And then see who is illuminating the mind. There ends. All the other steps follow. Just withdraw the mind from this thing and just see this mind, Sakshi Bhava. Everything else happens. And he says, I told you this. There's nothing beyond this. If you don't understand this, I have made God of you in 15 minutes. You don't understand this. You miss this. You miss this. You already missed the miss and become missers. So plurality. Right? You miss this. You are the loser. He says, Uttishtata, get up. Jagrata, awake. What is get up and awake? You get up, see the watch, 8:40, and then sleep again. Right? So after eyes open, you got up. But really you didn't get up. Right? And when you really get up, that's called Jagrata. Uttishtata, Jagrata, Prapya Varan, having got that Varan, supreme, not the Varan. Varan, Nibodata, understand. Shurasya Dara, Nishta, Duratyaya. This path is very subtle. This path is very subtle. You should be as careful as you walk on a razor's edge, attentive. As you walk on a razor's edge, attentive. Durgam Pataha Tat Kavayo Vadanti. This path is Durgam. Durgam is Gam is go. Durgam, difficult to cross, difficult to go. It's difficult. So, not only get up and come to the class, wake up in the class. Uttishtata, Jagrata, Prapya Varan, Tan Nibodata, understand. Ashabdam Asparshamarupam Avyayam Tatarasam Nityam Agandavachayat Anadi Anantam Sahataha Param Dhruvam Mahataha Param Dhruvam Nichaya Tan Ruptimukat Pramuchyate. He is freed from the jaws of death when he understands that which supports the Shabda is a Shabda. That which supports the Shabda is a Shabda, beyond the Shabda. Arupam, that which makes the forms to be seen, himself has no form. That which gives you light through the bulb has no light in it. That which gives you heat in the heater has no heat in it. Right? So ashabdam, asparsham, arupam, you can't touch it. Because all the senses cannot see that, the source. You have to fold them into that. Arupam, avyayam, imperishable, undecaying, tatha arasam, no taste. Right? Nityam, agandham, no smell. Means what? All negative. No. You don't have this smell which is always related to the foul smell. You don't have this taste always related to the pungent food. You don't have these forms which are always changing. Yesterday was Miss Universe. Today, she missed the universe. It's not that. You understand? So that sees absolute beauty, absolute taste, absolute sound, which is silence. Absolute sound is silence. Right? So, ashabdam, asparsham, arupam, avyayam, tatharasam, nityam, agandha, vachayat, anadi, anantam. That is no beginning, that is no end. Where did existence begin? Where does existence end? If existence ends, it's no existence, number one. Where does it end? Is the place where it ends, does that exist or not? If that exists, it's not ending. If that exists, it's not ending. So existence has no beginning, has no end. Nichaya, meditating, thinking, tat mrityamukat pramuchyate. You go beyond that because you've gone to the very basis of all these experiences. These experiences are all finite, not you changing there. You now struck at the silence between the avuma, and there the avuma is no raising, no dying. And therefore, you have gone beyond the phenomena of change, avuma, mrityamukat pramuchyate. Muchyate, now and then go and come back. Pramuchyate, once for all, do not come back. Come back means, oh, I miss. No, you don't miss. Now you miss. You take one and enjoy. You miss all other things. When you become that self, simultaneously you enjoy everything everywhere. Nachiketam upakhyanam mrityu-proktam sanatanam uktva srutva cha medhavi brahmaloke mahiyate. One who listens to this and talks, brahmaloke, both. Brahmarupi loke, the absolute. Because this Upanishad deals with both Krama Mukti and Jivan Mukti. Omkara also was given like that. Nachiketa Upasana was also like that. So once you understand this, according to his capacity, either he will get Krama Mukti or Jivan Mukti. Ya imam paramam guhyam sravayed brahma samsiddhi prayataha shraddhakaleva tadanantaya kalpate tadanantaya. One who recites this, who explains this in the Shraddha Kala, that person will get liberation. It is said twice because that's the end of that chapter, number 1. Number 2, it's very important. Right? So you do this, and many people feel actually Kathopanishad, this is the end. The later is the second portion is this thing. So first 3 chapters, whenever there is a Shraddha in your house, just chant it, because you can explain it better. But which Vadyar is willing to listen to you? Which Vadyar is willing to listen to you? So you chant for yourself. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Hari Om, uncle. Thank you.
Hari Om, uncle.
Hari Om,
Hari Om,
uncle.
uncle.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Hari Om,
uncle. Hari Om.
Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om.